So this is a short video which will detail the contents of the balloon payload kit that we'll be sending out. This is the 2016 Canada-wide experiment balloon kit. And it comes with the following contents. First of all, there's a balloon inflator kit. We're getting a lot of this stuff from High Altitude Science this year, which is a great little company. This kit, the inflator tube, comes with the tube itself, comes with the nozzle, the 3-centimeter nozzle for the balloons that we're sending out, as well as the coupler that gets you from the tube to the helium tank. And together, those three all come together to look like this. The tube is connected to the inflator here, and then the nozzle and the coupler, and then you can get helium into your balloons. This also comes with a little scale, which is kind of neat. It lets you judge the lift capacity of your balloon against the weight of your payload to get you the appropriate ascent rate and altitude that you're aiming for. So that is new this year. There's a little piece of rope in there as well, which is kind of neat. The balloons themselves this year are slightly different. If you've done the project before, you'll see the difference. This year, the balloons are, again, they're from High Altitude Science. And it's still the 600-gram weather balloons, but they have a slightly smaller filler tube, filler nozzle, I guess, which is why we're using the different size of tubes from the inflator kit. If you have last year's kit, you'll be able to fill both the 3-centimeter and the 6-centimeter balloons, but the balloons we're sending out this year are the smaller nozzle ones. You'll also get a parachute, which is the 1-meter parachute for your payload. And then to put it all together, you also have string that comes with it and duct tape, and there are also a bunch of zip ties and that whole process. And there's another video that shows you how to put your balloon together and your payload and all that kind of stuff. So that's the lift portion of the kit. We also this year are supplying some nitrite gloves because people who are doing balloon launches now are using a lot of gloves. Last year we didn't do that. It's not that big of a deal, but when you're handling the balloons, it's not a bad idea to wear gloves anyway. So we're supplying a few pairs of gloves just in case. So that's the lift part of the kit. We're also giving you the electronics, and the electronics come with 3 main portions this year. First is a GPS tracker. It won't look exactly like this. It'll be smaller and black, but it's still from the same company, Spot, which is doing the tracking. This uses 2 different constellations of satellites, one to get the GPS position and one to report the position back. And we've set these up with the subscriptions and the appropriate settings for you, so you can just turn them on and let them run. We've also included this year, we're using a GoPro camera instead of the Hack HD camera that we used before. The Hack HD was great, it was nice and cheap, but it was difficult to use and some people had trouble with the batteries. So this year we're just using the GoPro Hero because they have this cheaper model that's only $180 or something like that. So it's you know, in the price range of these kits, and it does reasonably well for what we want to do. There is also the electronics kit, which is very similar to last year with a few little differences. This year, we have developed our own gas sensor, so we're not using the Smart Citizen kit anymore. And the kit comes in 3 pieces. So this is the Arduino Mega with a GPS logger shield and some external sensors, accelerometer, compass, as well as barometric pressure, temperature, and humidity. And then our sensing kit that we manufactured ourselves includes ozone sensor, carbon monoxide, ammonia, nitrous oxide, and a high-range thermistor. All of this gets linked together with this nifty little cable, so you don't have to worry about plugging things in the wrong way anymore. Everything will just plug in nicely. It only fits one way, and then it all powers up, and you're good to go. For power this year, instead of using AA, AAA batteries, because we had some teams who had trouble losing power at altitude because of the cold, we're actually going to use one of these big battery kits this year. This is a 12,000 milliamp hour battery kit. We're going to use this to power the sensor suite as well as to give the camera some extra power at altitude. The challenge comes when you get really, really cold and traditional alkaline batteries will freeze and lose power. This is lithium ion, which means that it will give you a lot more power at the high altitude. So we've got cabling to plug all that stuff in, 2 different USB cables, one of them for the electronics kit, with this end that just goes into your end of the Arduino there. and then the other end goes into the battery, and there are actually two battery ports, two USB ports. The other USB port will get connected to, it goes the other way, will get connected to the GoPro, and that will keep the GoPro charged so that you get full video all the way up and all the way back down. The GoPro has two backs. We're going to use this back with the hole in it so that we can plug in as the thing is going up. So if you put all that together, turn it on, there's a series of beeps and lights, and we'll walk through what those different beeps and lights mean in a different video. So that's the whole electronics kit. We're supplying two SD cards, one SD card for the Mega so that you can record the data as it goes up and down, and one SD card for the GoPro so that you can record video up and down. And that's the complete payload kit for the 2016 Canada-wide experiment.